Last month I made my first 4-cell lithium-ion packs using the Secure SQ-SW1 spot welder and some Samsung INR 21730T cells. I did a full video on that if you want to see some close-ups of spot welding in action. These Samsung cells are 3000 mAh 21700s, which is quite low in terms of capacity, but they have a 35 amp continuous discharge rating. Right now on the quad I have two 4S1P packs arranged in parallel, which means they are acting as a 6000 mAh 4-cell pack with a 70 amp continuous discharge rating. For this first flight, I'm not interested in pushing that 70 amps, I'm just interested in discharging them 6000 milliamps to familiarize myself with how the voltage curve of a lithium ion pack is different to a LiPo pack. Before now, I've only flown lithium ion on a tiny 2-cell fixed wing, so I'm not familiar with how they behave on a bigger, higher discharge quad. We've just passed the 8-minute mark. We've used 3,300 milliamp hours. I'm starting to get a bit bored now. My attention is slipping. So actually, it was quite convenient that these two guys showed up on their bikes. It gave me an excuse to land for a few minutes and have a chat with them. Now, I intentionally don't get too close to this guy simply because I don't trust the quad at all with these batteries on it because I've never used them before. I didn't want it to fall out the sky and get tangled in his wheel and actually do some damage to it or something. And also, I simply don't have the right camera angle for this sort of chase stuff. I think this is just set to roughly 15-20 degrees right now, so not really chase material. It's when we start pushing 13.5, 14 minutes that the voltage actually drops under 3 volts. And when that happens, it seems as though the voltage starts to drop much faster. It spent a long time between sort of 3.6 and 3.3, but then as soon as it went under 3 volts, it seemed to start dropping quite a bit faster. But looking at the milliamp hours consumed, we're pushing 6,000 now, which means this is the theoretical end of the pack anyway. I imagine it could have kept going for another minute or so, but I think that the voltage would have started plummeting towards 2.5 before I'd reached 6200, 6300, so I land it there and call it a day. And here's the final stats. About 14 minutes in the air, max current 50 amps, so not even close to the continuous handling of the cells, let alone their peak current capacity, and used milliamp hours 6047. And the charger put 6009 back in, so the calibration on that current sensor is nice and accurate.